We're here with Philip Schneider, and your film was
Truck.
this truck this time around. So I've seen it at other festivals. So
Right.
we finally,
It was in Point Lookout.
yeah,
Was yours? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I've seen it at other ones too. I don't know where I recently saw it, but I recently saw it again.
It was at the Long Island Film
Oh,
Expo in Belmore. Yeah,
oh well,
yeah.
yeah.
Midnight.
Uh,
It was in the Midnight Madness group.
oh, they did like a strange, different, crazy kind of thing. I think.
Yeah, yeah. They had some really crazy movies. Believe me. Yeah.
So, what made you come up with this type of concept this time around?
Well, this is my brother's
Mm.
idea. He has these ideas in his dreams. I always ask him, "Where did you get this idea?" And he says, "I had a dream. I had a dream." And actually what I think it is in this case a truck because the character goes to a psychic. There actually is a psychic in Long Beach. Is it between National off National and Edwards Boulevard near
Oh,
Geno's, and there's a beautiful sign, psychic, and he that's I think that's where he got the idea
wow.
because we actually used that sign in the movie, and
Oh,
then he said, "Oh, we better not use that sign. It's a real person sign." So I redid it again. But
oh,
I think that's the idea of somebody going to a psychic and getting a weird prediction, and then a prediction of doom, and then kind of flipping out, and in this case he said beware of trucks, so he takes it literally and tries to avoid trucks, and then you see in the movie, what happens.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have that kind of in Asbury Park down here, not too far from me. We have the psychic that's always been there as well,
Yeah, have you
right
been?
on the
You ever
boardwalk.
go to it?
Never went to that one. No, never went to. I've been to one once in my life. I went to one though. One time I went.
Yeah, well, I went to one once a long time ago. I don't
Yeah,
think I'll go again, but
yeah. I think I did it. I tried it, and that was it
no.
was a little strange, but
It's very strange, but
yeah.
it's I think anyway, it's a business. I think that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of them around.
Yeah.
So
Well, I guess people feel they need help of some kind, But anyway, yeah. So
so but your brother also played the psychic.
yeah, yeah.
How did he like doing that?
Well, he actually, yeah, great. What we did, we just threw a something a dark thing over his head. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of not, I don't know what it was. It was a dark like a blanket or something.
No.
And he actually was originally thinking of playing it as a woman and putting makeup on and lipstick and I said that's I don't think you have to do that. But anyway, so yeah, no, he always, although he doesn't consider himself an actor, he kind of knows, since he wrote it, he knows what's required rather than having to explain it to somebody else.
Yeah.
So he often plays parts in movies. So that's how it goes.
And then you did a little kind of a lot of effects and stuff. I know you work with effects.
Yeah, in this one there wasn't that many. The,
Many.
the, the most difficult effect, actually, the show, without a spoiler, the most difficult one to actually create was the little truck on the stairs. If you remember that, because I had to zoom in and zoom out without jerking the camera.
Mm.
And but the most difficult stuff was, he said, go out on Long Beach Road and shoot trucks coming at you. I said, are you crazy? And just do it. Just go, Phil. Just go out there and do. Don't worry, they're not going to hit you. And they actually, yeah, some of them got pretty close. And
It's like
one
that.
guy. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it was like that movie with Eddie Murphy when and Steve Martin, Bowfinger, where he made Eddie Murphy run across the road with
Oh,
all the trucks.
yeah, 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 yeah. And one guy, actually, the shot that you see in the beginning of the movie where the truck comes right at the camera,
Mm.
and it stopped. It actually, the guy saw that the guy was going to pull over, so I jumped in front of him, and I was hoping he wasn't going to hit me, and he didn't.
Wow.
But and then in the editing, I did kind of a push in to make it look even worse. But the truck driver, got out. And he started yelling at me, saying, "What are
Really?
you doing?
Oh.
Why is this?" He's asking all these questions, and I just, when things like that happen, I just sort of just go silent, and I
Yeah.
don't say anything, and then eventually they stop, and so yeah, that was kind of a difficult effect, just going out in the field and doing something that involves danger,
Yeah.
me, so.
And then and the actor you work with quite a few times as well, right?
Well, that's Rob's son, the
Oh,
Robert. Well, he calls himself Robert. Robert Mullally. Mullally is my mother's maiden name, and
mm.
that's his son's middle name. And actually, we're related to Megan Mullally, believe it or not.
Oh,
You
oh,
know,
well,
who's in
yeah,
Will and Grace. And
yeah.
distantly related. And anyway, that's his son, and he's well, he wants to be an actor. He does a lot of background work, and he's been in quite a few films. He was just recently on a Law and Order, in a small, very small part in a bar. But yeah, he's serious about it, and it's a
Yeah.
hard gig to do. Hard thing to pursue. But
Yeah.
yeah, and but he works for us well, we pay him something, but not a lot. But so yeah.
Yeah, because he was in the other one, the last one you had around with the erasing one, and
Oh, the Eraser. Yeah, he was
yeah.
the Eraser. You remember that? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, how many of these films have you kind of completed and put out there? Since
Well, I really don't know. I actually did the closest I can get to giving you a number is I actually, with the Long Island Film Expo, which we've been submitting to since 1998,
wow,
we've had 13 entries
wow,
there. I mean, we haven't entered every movie with them, but I mean, that's probably maybe we've done 20 or 30 or something like that.
wow,
And starting when the movies were done on film, actually, film as opposed to video, like 16 millimeter and
yeah.
that kind of thing. We've had to finish on film and make a print with an optical track negative and all that stuff, which people nowadays don't know anything about. So,
They have no idea. Like I teach film, the kids would have no clue how to do it.
oh, we had to line up the track negatives to the negative, the picture negative, and
Yeah,
you couldn't, if you screwed up, it was maybe.
use a razor and grease
Yeah,
tape.
yeah, and if you wanted to speed something up, you had to cut out every other frame. For a commercial of a truck, they wanted to show a truck going up a hill. I had to cut out every other frame, and then I
Wow.
had to keep the frames. And then you have to mark that because the negative matcher has to do the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a different world. But you had to make decisions then, and now you have the option of with digital changing your mind. Kids, I mean, young people, I say call them kids, but this is the way the technology is going.
Yeah. It's a lot better for me.
Yeah, well, it's better for everybody, really.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people still like going like filming on film if they can, like a Martin Scorsese.
well, they shoot on
Yeah.
film, but I think they edit. They have everything's transferred to digital, and
The
they
digital, yeah.
edit digitally. I can't
Yeah.
imagine editing on film anymore.
Not anymore, right? Yeah.
In the old days, I worked on a commercial that was done. There was a Coca-Cola commercial by Ridley Scott. It was a futuristic thing. He directed it, and he
Wow.
edited it too. And it was all edited on film. It was kind
Oh,
of interesting because it was sent from England, the work print, and all the outtakes and all the trims and everything. And it was the best organized job I've ever dealt with because it was totally well. So if you wanted to find an alternate take or something like that, everything was clearly labeled and clearly marked by him. And well, he had an assistant, I'm sure, but it was very meticulously done. And you had to be meticulous because if you lost stuff, that could be a nightmare. Finding stuff. And people used to lose pieces of film and they would be stuck on the bottom because of the tape. Would be stuck on the bottom of their shoes and stuff like that. Things like that would happen. But this is Ridley Scott, famous
yeah.
director, and he was totally meticulous in the way he approached his work. Amazing.
How long did it take you to do this new one here?
This was pretty fast,
Mm.
actually. Pretty couple of days. I mean, I'm trying to remember. We shot one scene indoors, of him talking to the psychic, and then alternate angles, and then his angle, my angle, and then the stuff outdoors was done in one day, and like really this is probably one of the quickest ones we've ever done. I mean, we had, I don't know, I'm not sure. Ever since COVID, we've actually worked a lot more efficiently. I don't know, really. I mean, for whatever reason, we haven't given ourselves the luxury of dragging it out or taking time. I mean, Rob has a full-time job. He works for the town of Hempstead as a writer, and he can't really work during the week, so we can find a weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sort of semi-retired. I still do freelance editing, but it's since COVID, actually, we've been a lot more organized. I mean, I don't know, efficient. Maybe that's the better word. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if other people have said that, expressed that, or not. I don't know. But,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys working on anything new?
Well, we did. We submitted actually another movie to your Point Lookout Festival.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw it. I guess you haven't seen it.
I haven't looked at them yet.
Yeah, it's. I'll give you the name. It might as well. A cat's out of the bag. Rob always says, "Don't tell anybody what we're doing." But it's already been submitted, so it's called Puppetitis.
Oh.
It's about a virus that you know the Pinocchio story of the puppet, wanting to be a boy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he's turning into a puppet. It's something that his Rob's grandson, who's an actor, who was in The Eraser. He's now a little bit older. He's a very good actor, very talented kid. He also does magic work and stuff as a magician.
Wow.
He's into performing, and he came up with this idea. His grandson, he's 9 years old now, and 9 or 10, and he's constantly got ideas. I think this kid has got a future. I mean, he's really got a talent. He likes to perform. He likes to act. He's not intimidated by the camera, he's got incredible concentration, and he thinks of things that when you're shooting something, if you tell him to do something, he'll come up with an idea and do it. Like just little things, like the way he would move his head or react to something that you didn't even tell him to do, and it's good. I mean, that's what a good actor does. You shouldn't have to tell an actor to just go here. You give him basic instructions, but this kid is very talented, and it's up to whether his parents want to push it in that direction. But he loves to be in our film, so that's good. So yeah.
That's great. Yes. What's next for this film here for Truck? Is there?
I don't know. It's been in a few film festivals, and it was in the Midnight Madness thing. It actually got the Midnight Madness award.
Oh wow.
I wasn't even anticipating. I wasn't even sure what that was, but they said it has something to do also with the fact that we've been entering films in their festival for 25 years.
Yeah. And
going back to 1998, and
that's a long time.
That's a long time. I think we might be the oldest people that have been doing it for the longest time. I mean, film festivals that have longevity, I think are a good thing.
Yeah, not too many of them are around that long. I mean, I guess the boom was probably about 10 years ago. So
yeah.
All the big festivals like a Sundance or
oh yeah,
well, they've been around, but
they've been around, yeah. But they're the Expo. I mean, they've been around for a while, and they used to be in Malvern, and then they moved to Belmore, the bigger theater. And I know the people that run the theater. Besides Deborah Markowitz, who's the head person, but the Stamfelds, husband and wife, they own the theater, and they're good people, and they're very supportive of filmmakers, and it's good. I mean, we've been going to the Point Lookout Festival for, I don't know how long have we been going. I think we've been there every year.
Yeah, I think we had 3 there, but we had 5 years, but we had 3 physical.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of you went virtual at one point.
Yeah, so it was nice to be back this year, and a lot of people had a good time in the place. They were pretty crowded, so they liked it.
Yeah, it's very convenient. It's very convenient for me because I live in Island Park. I live right over the bridge.
Oh wow!
Beach, so I just go down. So it's easy. It's an easy.
Yeah.
Brightside is a little farther away from me.
A little further away. Yeah, you got to go. It's not easy to get off of Long Island to get around.
I know. You decide you have to go from the south to the north or through the city or something like that.
I have a lot of family on Long Island, so that's why we do that, just to excuse to get over there, because it's not easy to get over there anymore.
Yeah, but it's always good. I think it's always good to show your film in front of a live audience and get the feedback and the interaction with the other filmmakers. It's always. I mean, we kind of lost that for a couple of years with COVID. Although there were certain benefits. I thought it was interesting to have your movie shown, and then to be some guy in Israel or foreign country,
Yeah.
Poland. There was in some film festival. There was a guy from Poland. He said it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was watching.
Wow.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah, that was the cool part. Yeah, people seeing it from all over, and I was interviewing people from all over the world, so that was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
The only good thing to come out of that, I guess.
Yeah, well, there's a silver lining, I guess.
Yep.
What's the way you have to look at it, and you have
Yeah.
to keep on, making your films if you want to make films, and technology keeps changing. Also, I mean, there are film festivals. I don't know if you have this, but there cell phone categories in film festivals now.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy. But
yeah.
yeah, that's what they're doing, and but they're filming now. I guess in New Jersey here, where I live, there a lot of productions are happening right now. So we just had like 3 or 4 films around where I live here, filming all at the same time. So it
Really?
feels like it's back. Yeah. So New Jersey's kind of up and rising up again with the
What
films.
part of what part of New Jersey is?
Central, like Middletown, New
Oh,
Jersey. So like around between like Asbury and like Middletown is a lot of films going on right now.
really?
Red Bank, New Jersey. So they just had a couple TV shows here, a couple movies. So it's coming back.
Are these independent films or a
No,
studio?
no studio. A lot of studios coming in. That's the thing. There's a studio in Bayonne now, and there's one coming here possibly in Eatontown. So they're growing. They're coming to Jersey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
well,
it's
there's a couple on Long Island. There's Gold
mhm.
Coast, and which used to be Grumman. It actually used to be the Grumman Aircraft place, but now
Wow.
it's Gold Coast Studios. And I don't know, Kevin James' TV show was there. I don't know if it's still going or not, but you know, yeah.
I
So,
filmed there a long time ago. They did the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I did a couple days on it.
oh,
Right,
really?
right there. Yeah.
Really?
So
Gold Coast? Yeah,
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 it was interesting. So I
yeah.
was staying at my cousin's in Long Island for a week doing it, and that was
Yeah.
still
What
a
were
lot
you
of
doing?
traffic.
Were you working on the crew or something, or what were you? What were you?
Just doing some extra work. It was just
Oh,
some extra
extra.
work and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it was fun. It was a long time ago now. But it was kind of cool because I guess they had just built it at that time or close to it. It was newer.
Well, they converted it from the Grumman Aircraft, facility.
Hmm.
That's what it originally was. Where they built the Grumman planes, and Grumman went out of. I know the man who actually took over Grumman when his last years as an aircraft company, and they also made Grumman buses too, which you
Hmm.
still see around. But then they went out of business, and at one point, Alec Baldwin wanted to buy it and shoot TV commercials there, and
Okay.
that he claimed that and he shot a feature called The Devil and Daniel Webster, which was done there, which never got, actually you can find it on YouTube, but
Oh, I never made it.
it never got released or finished. It's not, actually, I watched some. It's not terrible, but anyway, he said his major investor pulled out of who was going to finance the conversion of the studio and
Mm.
everything. He got screwed on that, but
Yeah,
it's a crazy business.
it is. Yeah. So, do you want to promote anything or any?
Well, our next film is called Puppetitis. It's cats. My brother said don't mention it, but now it's
It's
in.
happening.
So, yeah, it's another crazy, quirky one of our comedies. So
And this is kind of towards the end for the truck one.
yeah, I don't know if I'm going to enter it in anything else. Yeah, it's kind of at the end of its run. Yeah, I think that's kind of yeah. This is one of the last, if not the last. You
All
know.
right. Great. Well, yeah. Thanks for giving me a few minutes here today, and
Terrific. Okay, great.
great. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Yep.